I lived in Stockholm for over a year, and I started looking for a job in Shanghai, or rather in Asia, last winter. And so my husband and I decided to move out of Sweden and to move into Asia, because this is where everything is happening. And so we decided to target China or Singapore, which is my hometown. And half a year later, I got the contract, and so here I am. Yeah. My role now as a assistant corporate PR manager is a lot about communication, like talking to you right now, and having interviews, and then doing internal communication as well. And so the job nature, they were really very different, and that is what I appreciate about working in IKEA, or what I appreciate about the company, is that they don't see so much about your work experiences. Of course, that's important, but they see your potential. So it's not so much like they are telling you what you should do. It's more like you seeking what you should be doing. But I would say from the previous company that I came from, which is an American company, it's very much stated in black and white, your roles and responsibilities. But here you can have leeway to look for more interesting stuff that you want to do. For example, if you want to drive a project, you can bring the project in and then convince the people that your project is something worthwhile for the company, and then you'll probably get a yes, you can do it. At least that is what I discovered, because I can give you an example. One of our goals, one of our national goals, as well as local goals, that means personal goals, is to be a good neighbor. IKEA must be a good neighbor in the community that it operates. And so we want to do more social work, do more charity work. And so then I took this in my head, and I started thinking, all right, perhaps I can try and see if I can find something where IKEA can do, where IKEA can contribute to this charitable organization. So by chance, I came across this blind orphanage which is operating in Beijing. And so I took pictures, I took videos of these children, and then I showed the country manager, and he said, okay, well, try to convince the local the Beijing store manager, and see if he wants to contribute to this blind orphanage. And so I did, and he got the same feeling as me, and then he decided to, okay, I think we can do something for this blind orphanage. You see, so it's really about taking your own initiative, working at IKEA, and not waiting for people to tell you what to do. And the fact that my boss is a Chinese makes it even more significant, because it's not just practiced by my Swedish bosses, but the culture is so deep, so deeply entrenched, that my Chinese boss also believes in the same set of values. And I feel that some set of values are kind of universal, that people everywhere around the world will appreciate them. Perhaps one area that I can think of that Sweden is very strong in, and what China probably is still lacking, is in terms of care for the environment. Yeah, I would say it's not that the Chinese government is not doing anything, but it's a huge challenge for such a huge country with such a huge population. I would say there are probably technologies and expertise and knowledge in Sweden which can be shared with their Chinese counterparts. Yeah, that's my take on it. Swedish people are rather innovative and rather entrepreneurial as well. And these are some of the things that probably we can, or rather you can, bring into Sweden. Yeah, the fact is that there are also many Chinese entrepreneurs in the market, and so there could be like more cooperation in that sense, and to help bring China to a higher level, I would say. If we talk about the potential of IKEA in China, it's huge. It's really huge. Sweden has 9 million people, and China has 1.3 billion people. And we are talking about 21% of the world's population living in this country. And we are working very, very hard to reduce our prices as well, not only in China, but all across the world, so that more and more people can use our products. We have about 9,500 products in our range now, and they are like acceptable for people almost all over the world, because everybody all over the world sees the same 9,500 products. So we do every year about 20 so-called localized products. During the Chinese New Year, we will have some textiles in red, and then depending on the year of the horoscope, the Chinese horoscope, for example, we will print different animals on these textiles. For example, this is the year of the ox, so we have some textiles where we have the ox printed on them. So we do small things like that, about 20 articles per year, but not a lot. Yeah. Our egg top sofa is quite popular with our Chinese customers, because it's a very nicely designed sofa, and the covers are washable. So I think that's quite a popular product with our Chinese customers. You know, keep your eyes open, and there could be like business opportunities, not just job opportunities. You can probably start a business here. Yeah, I've met many Swedish who studied here, who studied Chinese in the local universities, and then they move on to work either in Beijing, or they started their own business. Yeah, and then they settled down, they married a local, and then they have a happy family here. And so I would say that there's so much to do here in this country. It's definitely worth coming to take a look for yourself.